$1,000 for your new baby at birth, plus an extra $2,000 per year until the age 18, otherwise known as baby bonds. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to discuss the details of a new bill that was just introduced in Congress to send your new baby $1,000 upon birth, plus an extra $2,000 per year for the next 18 years. This is the second iteration of this bill, as it was introduced a couple years ago, but it is now new and improved. So let's get into it and talk about all the details, as well as how you can possibly grab some of this money. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so. And because I am your one and only daily advocate, it is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community to continuously watch all of this new information hitting the wire, doing the necessary research, and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay posted on what's actually going on right now, as things are changing very rapidly. It's a busy, confusing, and a very uncertain time right now, but either way, I'm right here by your side every single day, as I truly want to help you out as much as I possibly can. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward, and also share this video with your friends, family, and social media, because if you know anybody who may be expecting a new baby at some point relatively soon, they probably want to know this information, right? All right, so let's get into it. And again, thank you so much for your support. I truly do appreciate it. Let's get into it and talk about baby bonds and this new bill that was just introduced in Congress and what this would actually mean. All right, so there's a bunch of moving parts here, and I want to break it all down for you. Now, like I said, this bill actually was introduced a couple years ago. However, they just brought it back, and it's new and improved, right? Well, I would hope that it's improved considering we've gone a couple years now. All right, so they're calling it baby bonds. That's kind of like the generic name for it. But basically, the name of this bill is American Opportunity Accounts Act, right? Okay, so that's the name of the bill, American Opportunity Accounts Act. So let me shake out all the details for you and what this actually means. So basically what they want to do is for lower income households, what they want to do is establish this new bill that basically says any new baby born after the date of December 31st, 2023. So this would obviously start in 2024 if it makes its way through Congress. But basically any new baby that is born after December 31st, 2023, so basically January 1st, 2024 or after, would essentially have the treasury, like the United States Treasury. There would be a dedicated account that would be open, and then immediately upon birth, guess what? $1,000 gets dropped into that account from the Treasury. It doesn't mean that you have to put money in there. The Treasury would automatically put $1,000 into that account for the new baby. Amazing, right? So not only did you just get a new baby, but you got $1,000 basically put into this account on the behalf of that new baby. Pretty cool stuff, right? All right, so every single year thereafter, based on the household income of the baby's parents or guardians, right? So whatever the household is that this new baby is living in, well then, provided the household income is within the parameters that they've set aside, then they would deposit an additional up to $2,000 into that account every single year until that new baby grows up to be 18, now an adult, right? Wow. Can you imagine? New little baby pops out, and then all of a sudden, a little while there, we got an 18-year-old walking around, right? You know what I mean? So that's quite the progression there. But either way, so what happens is up to $2,000 would then be deposited into that baby's account, or toddler, child, teenager, and adult account for the next 18 years until that kid turns 18 years old, right? So not bad. Now, according to the studies and according to the reports, this money would continue to accrue with interest over that period of time. Well, here's what they're suggesting. Over that 18-year period of time, they're saying that this money would likely balloon to about $46,000. So a little bit over $46,000 is what the average 18-year-old in this situation would actually be getting. It's a lot of money in the hands of an 18-year-old, right? I bet it'd be pretty tempting to go and buy some pretty cool stuff. Just saying, right? I mean, let's just be real right now, right? We've all been there. We've all been 18, right? So anyway, my point is, it wouldn't really be that simple, because here's the thing. Within the parameters of this bill, there would actually be some rules in there that suggest this money cannot just be spent on anything. Oh man, bummer, right? Well, here's what they're saying. This money would need to be spent on a variety of different things. It could be saved for retirement. It could be invested in financial assets. It could be used to invest or buy or start a small business. It could be used to buy a home. It could be used for higher education like college, community college, a technical school, something like that, some type of higher education. It could be used for all of these things. And again, it could be used for more. So essentially what they're saying is, sorry, you can't go and buy the latest, greatest cool car at the time, right? That's not what they're saying, but you can use it to maybe buy a house, to invest in, some kind of asset class, whatever that happens to be, or all the other things that I mentioned a few seconds ago. So that is what they want to do with this. So I don't know, interesting concept. And again, this is what they're introducing. Now, here is the major hurdle about all this. It needs to pass through Congress. So as of right now, it has not passed through Congress yet, but this is something that they just reintroduced, and they're going to kind of go for another swing at this thing. So a couple years ago, they did try to bring this through. It never held a vote in Congress. So it never actually garnered up a vote in Congress a couple years ago. However, now it's back, and obviously the authors of this bill, or, the representatives, the Congress members who are presenting this, obviously are hoping that it's brought up for a vote at some point in Congress. So, of course, I'll continue watching this one very closely, and if they do bring this up for a vote, of course, I'll bring this to your attention and let you know what goes on with this. But long story short, as I record this video right now in 2023, even if it goes into effect now, unfortunately, if you're having a baby this year in 2023, well, you might... again, it's not medical advice. I'm just trying to be funny here. I was going to say you might want to try to keep it in a little bit longer until 2024. I'm kidding. You probably shouldn't do that, okay? So again, that is not advice. I'm not saying to do that. I was just saying it might be kind of funny. Anyway, my point is this would not go into effect until January of 2024. So anybody that's expecting now, it'd be kind of a little bit discouraging, right? Like, oh man, I missed the deadline. But this is something that they would want to bring into effect. So what it looks like, according to my assessment on this and my research on this whole thing, it looks like they would automatically set up an account. I mean, I'm not sure if you'd have to apply for this or if it'd be automatically approved along with like the approval of a social security number, things like that. Because obviously when a new baby is born, right, you fill out all the paperwork and then they issue a social security number, right? So I'm not sure if it'd be something like that. There was not really specific details as far as how this would go, if you'd have to apply for it or if it'd be automatically set up along with a social security number, things like that. But basically it would be an account basically set up by the federal government, and then they would have access to it, and the treasury every year would plop a little bit of money into it based on the household income of that child. So again, it's based on lower income households, okay? So I'd not really see an exact dollar amount as far as who would be eligible for this, but it wouldn't necessarily be like, a family household earning $200,000 a year. That's not really what it's for. Based on what most of these other bills and packages and things like that are coming out of Congress suggesting, usually it's about $75,000 as an individual and about $150,000 as a married couple is usually the cutoff for most of the different bills that are circling around Congress. So I'm guessing it'd probably be somewhere around that or lower. Now, here's the thing. Most people fall into that category. There's not that many people that earn that much money, right? So, again, this would mostly be focused on lower income households and lower income families. So, I don't know. Kind of a cool thing, but, kind of an interesting concept. At the end of the day, it's a lot of money in the hands of an 18-year-old. Now, again, I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just simply saying, a lot of money to play around with, right? So what that could be used for, again, a lot of different things, but ultimately there would be parameters around that, like I said a couple minutes ago, which would also be nice as well so that, we don't get carried away. Let's just say that much, right? As an 18-year-old with that much money. But it would almost kind of force these 18-year-olds to do something with it, as in, hey, you can invest it, you can save it for retirement, you can go to college with it if you want to, you could buy a house, kind of cool stuff like that. So ultimately, it would be something that would be kind of reinvested, essentially, maybe into something tangible or reinvested into the person through higher education. So anyway, baby bonds, that's the generic name. Otherwise, American Opportunity Accounts Act is the name of the bill. If you'd like to look it up, by all means, go for it if you want to. But otherwise, that was introduced in Congress. And again, I will watch this one just like all of the other bills, packages, and proposals that I'm watching right now. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. It's a busy, busy time. Either way, I'll continue to be here for you every single day, breaking it all down. I'll let you know what's going on. So again, please subscribe down below. And also, like I said, if you if you know anybody that's in this situation that's maybe expecting, relatively soon or planning something like that, here in the next little while, share this video with them. This may be very helpful to those people to let them know what's actually going on here and the potential of some cash money as a result of, possibly new babies. So either way, pretty cool stuff here. I'll keep you posted as I do get more details. So again, hope this one helps you. Again, subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day and catch you again later in the next video.